I would like to thank IFE News for inviting me to their YouTube channel. Um, I'm a defense enthusiast, and since last 6 years, I have been associated with myriad of defense platforms as social media admin or as a part of social media team. For example, Strategic Frontier. I also blog. I sporadically get my articles published on websites like Op India, Satyavijay, and my areas of interest are defense, socio-political affairs, and ancient India. When I said defense, I meant int craft specifically. Happiest moment, I was really ecstatic when I got a follow from Minister of Defense somewhere back in 2017, towards the end of 2017. Back then, I did not have as many followers, but I used to post quite often on defense. So I guess that's the reason her team followed me, or he followed me, as I would like to believe. Um, but one day I had facialist trolls tagging ma'am incessantly on my timeline, and she had to, or her team had to, unfollow me, which is quite understandable. But this is something that I'll remember for a very long time, and it is one of the happiest moments till now over net. Am I satisfied with military upgrades, recent military upgrades vis-a-vis India? Well, it is satisfactory to me. Just that the word military upgrade brings in artificial intelligence to my mind. To quote Russian President Vladimir Putin, he had said the nation that leads in AI will be the ruler of the world. He had indirectly hinted that every country in the world has now moved on to artificial intelligence. Countries like China, America, Russia, Israel. In fact, Israel is now leading the race. I would love to see Indian Defence Forces use artificial intelligence as it reduces human error, is cost effective, and is highly accurate. Now, I'm talking about restrained artificial intelligence. When I say restrained artificial intelligence, I mean where the functioning of artificial intelligence is slowed so that human interference is possible. A lot of people misunderstand the concept of artificial intelligence. As to them, it means robotic warfare and killer drones. Um, I'm talking about the non lethal uses of artificial intelligence. A senior officer from the Indian Army had very recently revealed that soon our soldiers will get AI based night vision devices, which will be helmet mounted, and these will come with wristband attached to it, and this device will vibrate if there is movement around, in the soldier's vicinity. Now, it is not possible for a soldier to keep a track of what's happening in his surrounding. What I mean is 360-degree view. So this is where AI steps in and makes the soldier's life easier. Another use of predictive AI is to counter terrorism through predictive AI, predictive artificial intelligence. Now, this needs big data for artificial intelligence to interpret it. I'm not sure if many are aware that the Nagrota attack was predicted by artificial intelligence. Um, when it comes to intelligence corps, this is why I'm very sure that they are using AI to their advantage. Somewhere in January 2019, General Rawat had said that Indian Army must embrace AI. And this is why Indian tanks will soon be using this technology, but it will take another 2 to 3 years, or so have the defense forces sources revealed to me. And the areas where I see more AI being used are, vis-a-vis Indian Army, are logistics department, driverless resupply, medical aid, um, and then we can use loitering technology for surveillance, etc. What I'm trying to say is, let's not restrict artificial intelligence to autonomous weapon system. Is war between India and Pakistan imminent? Well, in my view, India is perpetually at war with Pakistan since its inception in 1947. Um, Pakistan is very aware that when it comes to conventional war, it will not win a war against India. So it depends, or let's say it utilizes less costly modes of waging wars against India, like psychological warfare, proxy war, clandestine sniping. Now, proxy war, we all know that is done by Pakistan by using terrorists as its pawns, and it sends waves and waves of terrorists across the border. And when it comes to psychological warfare, or, or what is called perception war, almost every country indulges in it, be it China, Russia, Pakistan, uh, including India, but it's just that we are not as aggressive. Um, Perception war is pretty coercive in nature. Not a bullet is fired to take the enemy down. And Pakistani spy agency ISI, along with DGISPR and their team, they depend on an age-old an age-old aphorism um, as a strategy, and that aphorism is alive and repeated 1,000 times becomes the truth. We Indians have witnessed the strategy being played out after Balakot strikes, when Pakistan, through its bots, was purveying misinformation over the net. So now Indian Defence Ministry has approved information warfare branch, which will counter such misinformation on net. But what I feel we can do is we should be a lot more aggressive when it comes to perception war, and for this India should indulge in coercive disclosure. By coercive disclosure, I mean intel disclosure to the right audience at the right time. Um, Intelligence information gleaned is usually, it usually comes with certain expiry date. So we should start weaponizing this intel info before it expires. So what we can do is we can expose this enemy to the international audience by selective publishing of intel info. For example, during the United Nations General Assembly, Israeli Prime Minister Mr. Benjamin Netanyahu had disclosed locations of atomic warehouses in Tehran, terrorist hideouts in Lebanon. So India can also disclose locations of terrorist camps inside Pakistan. How it will help India is Pakistan will then be forced to push these terrorist camps deep inside their territory, and ultimately the populace of Pakistani populace will pressurize the government and the army to get rid of these camps. Right? I strongly believe that waiting to use intel info only during conventional war is like waiting to eat a fruit after it rots. Well, China interfere in a war between India and Pakistan. Well, it's very situational. I think China does perceive India as an enemy. Although it'll definitely interfere in a war between India and Pakistan. Though it might not overtly help Pakistan due to the fear of international pressure, but in its subtle ways, it'll keep bestowing its technology over Pakistan, or keep gifting its weapons machines to Pakistan. It'll help in gathering intel against India, but I'm almost sure that China will definitely help Pakistan in one way or the other. The next question is if what will I do if I was a defense minister for a day? Well, I would like to brainstorm with the higher echelons of defense forces and security establishments and check our reliance over technology. I know we are good with conventional stuff, but I want to know how much are we using technology to our advantage. And I'm so sure that this brainstorming session will be very productive, and a lot of projects, high-tech projects which are lying in the cold freezer will come to fruition soon. Next question is, what will be my advice to the defense minister? Well, our defense minister is doing a fantastic job. Um, so I don't really think I would like to advise our defense minister, but but I might nudge him um, on the fact that we must reduce our over reliance on conventional ways of functioning. That is something that I do want to put across. How long have I known IFE? Well, I've known IFE since its inception, and I've known InfoRever as an Ostnet ID since long. And I like the fact that IFE News is very prompt in posting news to its website and keeps it updated, which is something that I really like about it. And thank you once again, IFE, for inviting me to your YouTube channel. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching the video. Do not forget to subscribe to IFE News channel for regular updates.